All right. Hello and welcome to our FitEssentials Basics class. My name is Shauna. We're just outside of Joshua Tree National Park here on the edge of California. So we're grateful for good reception, beautiful sunny days, and to be able to get you all moving here. And just acknowledgement for Martin Luther King Day as well, for those of you that are live here. So just some respect for everything that was lost and sacrificed during all those times, and also just kind of keeping ourselves present to the freedom of all souls here today. So with all that, let's go ahead and get ourselves moving. We have added air to our bands, those of you that are using your B3 bands today, and we're going to start standing with our spinal cord breathing. So when you're ready, go ahead and come on up to standing. As you stand tall, you're going to walk your feet in until your feet are just underneath those hips. Toes are pointing forward, and you want to establish just a nice soft bend in the knees and check in with your mid body. So you want to tuck the belly in so those hips aren't rocking forward. Now we're going to breathe in, circle the arms around, bring your palms and your forearms together. And as you exhale, tuck your body into a little ball. Pull the belly in towards your spine, tuck your head and chest down. And now when you're ready to breathe in nice and deep. In through the nose, lift the chest, circling the arms back and down, squeezing those shoulders back. And now we'll circle it back forward. Exhale, chin to the chest, bowing down. Inhale, lift and open. In through the nose, squeeze the glutes as you open the front of the body. Protect that low back. One more time, all the way through. Exhale. Inhale. Standing tall. We're going to stay tall after this one. Open through that chest and shoulders. Beautiful. And then just relax those arms down to the side. Readjust those feet, walking them a little bit wider. With that soft bend the knee, we're going to go into our tree branch arms next. Nice and fluid, flowing through, rotating through the head and neck. Very nice. When you're ready, you can start to let those elbows bend. Lightly invite the arms to tap the front of the torso and the back of the torso. See if you can time the tap with your exhale. Good. A few more here. And then slowly return back to those tree branch arms. And gradually bring yourself down to a stop. Wonderful. We're going to open up through those hips, then we're going to get moving into our next piece. So set your left foot forward, step your right foot back, go ahead and roll back onto the heel of your right foot. You can either raise your arms high to overhead, or I'm going to demo from the shoulders here, crossing the arms up and over the shoulders, lift the chest, shift that back hip forward, and now rotate your body towards your front leg, turning the head and neck, looking over that shoulder. Invite that back hip to open, squeezing the glutes. When you're ready, go ahead and unwind yourself. Keep your feet where you are. And then one more time, shift that back hip forward. So you rock them back, rock them forward, and then rotate those arms and torso towards your front leg. When you're ready, unwind from there, relax the arms down, walk that back foot in, and we're do the same thing on the other side. So now you're going to anchor down your right foot, step the left foot back, rocking back onto the heel. Again, you can either have those arms up to overhead or follow me with them crossed over the shoulders. Shift that back hip forward, and now turning your body towards that right side, towards your front leg. Try to draw those shoulders down out of the ears, squeeze that back glute, and then turning the head and neck. Unwind your body, shift the hips back. One more time on this side. Shift those hips forward, raise those arms, and turn the torso. Squeeze the glutes. When you're ready, unwind from there. Walk that back foot in, and then just take it into a little side step arm swing. Awesome job. All right. Just kind of looking at where we are. Now we're going to go into a toe touch next. So walking those feet forward, feet just underneath those hips, draw the midline in. You're going to take the hands onto the thighs, and then nice and slow, chin to the chest. Go ahead and slide the hands down your shins, down your legs, never forcing and keeping that soft bend in the knee, just seeing where your flexibility is today. You can hold this position for a couple of breaths. Try to breathe into the back. And when you're ready, nice and slow, you're going to make your way back up to standing. Fantastic. All right, we're going to be holding a plank next. So whether you want to make your way to the ground, if you have a countertop or a tabletop, the best thing I have right now that I'm going to demo off of is my cooler. So if you can hold a plank on the ground, by all means, make your way down. Otherwise, you're going to follow me, placing your hands underneath each shoulder, walking the feet back, and your goal is to be in like the top of a push-up position, engaging the glutes, holding as much as you can through the arms. Very nice. So keep those hips nice and high, chin in, holding strong. Very good. Yep. And then Laura, you tend to pike those hips up. So if able, rock the hips forward just a little bit. That looks better. Chin in, looking straight down between those hands. We're going to take another 15 seconds here. Squeeze and hold. Make sure those elbows are nice and straight. Looks great, Diane. Final 5 seconds. Breathing in 3, 2, 1, and make your way back up to standing. Walking those feet in. Engage those glutes, standing up nice and tall. Next, we're going to wake up our hinging pattern. So you can take those arms, cross those arms over the shoulder with a soft bend the knee, draw the belly in, long spine here, bowing down, chin to the chest, and push the feet, squeeze the glutes and stand. There you go. Arms up, long spine position, and standing tall. Very nice. Just watch so you don't overarch that low back, Amy. So draw the belly in, make sure we're not overarching the spine. That looks better. You can rest those arms down as you stand up and then raise those elbows up as you lean forward. Welcome, Christina. All the way up. Long spine, bowing down. Let's get about 2 or 3 more reps here. And Shirley, if you get a chance to adjust your camera, I can just see the top of your head today. But no problem if you can't. Just follow along. Elbows up, hips go back. Last one. And rest. Great job. Shake that out. All right, let's see where we're at here. Walk those feet in, arms up to the side. We're going to go into our march and punch next. So breathing out as you punch across. Good. There you go, Shirley. Thank you. Raise the knees, punch the arms. Beautiful. Another 15 seconds here. If you need a break earlier, please do it. Really lift up to that midline. This is some balance work in disguise here. Pushing that big toe down. Eyes up. 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Let's grab a quick drink, and then we're going to go back to the plank. Change it up just a little bit here this morning. So round 2 of the plank. If you're ready to start early, you can go ahead and come into it either on the ground or from an elevated surface. I'm going to demo from this elevated surface. So I'm going to place one hand underneath each shoulder. Walk the feet back, draw the belly in. You want to stay as level as you can through the hips and shoulders. Very nice. And I'm not the best example of this because I'm watching those of you here live, but ideally I want you to be looking straight down between your hands, drawing the belly in, hips nice and level. So we don't want to have those hips sinking forward, staying up. Good. 20 seconds left. Keep holding. Anytime you need a break, come on up. See how everybody's looking here today. Nice. Awesome. Looks great. And 3, 2, 1. Make your way back up to standing. All right. So we did the good mornings last set. If you have some weights you'd like to pick up, or you have a TheraBand, one of those elastic bands you'd like to use, we're going to do a little bit of deadlifts next. So I'm going to hold these 2 lighter weights in each hand, walking the feet in so that their toes are pointing forward. Shoulders are drawn back. With that engagement through the midline, give people just another extra second here. I see some people grabbing some weights. Perfect. Good. So standing tall, midline engaged. And then when you're ready, long spine, sending those hips back, lowering the weight right beside the feet or right between the feet. I'm demoing outside the feet today. Engage the glutes, long spine, bowing down, standing tall. Good. We're demoing nice and gentle today, but if you're a little bit warmer than I am might be at the moment, you want to move faster, that's always an option. Otherwise, moving with control. Excellent. Hinging at the hips, squeezing the glutes. We'll take about another 10 to 15 seconds here. Looks great. Down and up. Good job. Over. Nice, Diane. Standing tall. Last one. Doing great, Laura. Over, up, and resting from there. Nice job. We'll set the weights down. We'll go back to our blood flow with that march and punch. If you want a little extra challenge, add a little skip to it. We're going to be demoing the march though. If you did do the skip, it would look like this. Have a little hop. Oops, I got my wrong arms. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Breathe out with that punch. Knees and toes nice and tall. Good. Wonderful. That's it. Keep the breathing going. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and pause. Let's loosen up those hips a little bit. Walk those hips out, feet out, walk hands on the hips, and circle those hips around. Hip circles is what I'm trying to say. There you go. When you're ready, change direction. Circle your hips the other way. Wonderful. All right, let's go back into our third and final plank. So when you're ready, draw the belly in, one hand underneath each shoulder. This will be our last plank for this circuit today. Walk those feet back. And then when you're ready, holding nice and strong, looks great. There you go. Lifting up, chin in, looking straight down. We're gonna hold a full 30 seconds, but if you need to come out early, you're welcome to it. Wonderful, we're well over halfway now. See if you can give some engagement to that lower body. So while you're pushing through the upper body, try to squeeze your tush, draw the abdomen in. And 3, 2, 1, make your way back to standing. Push through the feet, standing up nice and tall. We're gonna go one more time back to your deadlifts. I'm gonna pick up a single weight this time, and I'm gonna hold it right between my legs and walk the feet a little bit wider. Draw those shoulders back. Let's get everybody together here. So go ahead and pick up your weights. Soft bend the knees. And then when you're ready, long spine, bowing down and standing tall. This will be our last of the deadlifts. And then we're going to be transitioning into practicing some squat work next. Push those knees wide as your hips go back. Very good. Yep. Straight down, straight up. And then Amy, when you're bowing down, keep the weights close to the side of your body. So instead of letting them go away, use your shoulders to squeeze them back. That looks better. Down and up. Nice, Laura. 1 or 2 more. Over, up, and rest. Very nice. Go ahead and sit it down. We're going to give a pause from that march and punch. And instead, we're going to do just a little bit of blood flow work, a little side step, kind of loosen up the hips. There you go. Swing side to side. Let everybody catch their breath for a minute. And now we're going to get ready to go into our squat series. And the page blew away from me. So let me just reposition this. Squat series, if you have one of those long TheraBands, if you want to use that, or I'm going to be demoing with a light dumbbell here today. So first it's going to be our squat pulse. Go ahead and set those feet about hip width apart, standing up nice and tall. And then when you're ready, you're going to practice just the top quarter of the squat. So reaching your hips back, pushing through the feet, standing tall. Good. So we're just looking to do the little bit of the top portion here. Sitting back, standing tall. Beautiful. All right. And then for the second 20 to 30 seconds, if you want to start to sink a little bit deeper, push your knees wide, pull your hips down a little bit deeper, driving through your legs. You can also practice a sit and stand here. So you can push your knees out and sit back into a chair and then stand from there. Very good. 15 seconds left. That's it. Nice. Keep pushing those knees as wide as you can. Push them out. Push them out. There you go, Shirley. 1 more. Nice work, Diane. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. So if you have the band, you can sit down and do that seated row with the long band. You can also do a little bit of a bent over row with the band. I'm going to demo with the dumbbell. So midline strong. If you're choosing that bent over portion, you're going to have a soft bend those knees, bowing forward ever so gently. And then we're just going to pull both arms together into the chest. There you go. Chin in, reaching forward, draw it back. Oh, nice. We got a hummingbird friend here visiting. First one we've seen this camping trip, so welcome. Very nice. Those of you in this bent over position, if you need a break, we're about halfway through, but if you need a break for your back, just stand tall. Otherwise, everyone's looking strong. Reaching forward, driving back. Good job. That seated row looks great, Shirley. Both arms pull together. Nice, Christina. Chin in, looking forward. Good movements, Amy. And 3, 2, 1, and rest from there. Good job. If you are seated, you're gonna make your way back up to standing. We got one more round here, and then we're gonna go back to some seated stretches. So just hang out with me. Little side step arm swing. We'll take a short break, and then we'll be back to our squats. This will be our second round of squats. If you wanna hold a light weight, you're welcome to it. Otherwise, work on that strength and that range of motion. All right, so when you're ready, let's get our feet set for that squat. Just a slight toe out, feet about hip width apart. And if you have a chair to squat to, I'm gonna squat to my cooler this set. We'll start with that. We're gonna do the opposite of the last round. I want you to start with the full range, and then we're gonna end with the shorter range. So when you're ready, first 30 seconds, getting as deep as you can, sitting back, pushing through your feet, standing tall. Nice. Reach those arms out, pushing the knees wide. Good. And when you're focused on sitting back into the heels, try not to let the toes lift up. So push your big toe down as well. The rest of the toes tend to follow what the big toe is doing. Very good. Back and up. Maybe one more. Awesome job. If you can keep that moving now, I'm stepping away from my chair and now I'm moving into my squat pulse. So a shorter range of motion, the goal being a little bit faster tempo. Pulling yourself back, pushing through the feet, standing tall. Perfect. Good, Laura. There's 15 seconds left. Reaching out, pushing through those feet, standing tall. Beautiful. Keep breathing now. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Seated row with the band or bent over row with a band or dumbbell. So again, feel free to take a seat and use your long band. I don't have that with me at the moment, or I do, it's just packed away somewhere. Readjust the feet, draw the belly in if you're doing the bent over version. Long spine, and here we go. Both hands together, reaching forward, drawing it up and in. Nice. Chin in, midline strong. Excellent. Once again, anytime you need a break, especially those in the bent over position, just stand tall. 20 seconds left. Keep engaging the midline. Those of you doing a seated row, sitting tall, drawing those shoulders down out of the ears. 10 seconds left. And 2, 1, and everybody rest. Woo, all right, go ahead and come up from standing. Those of you in the chair, stay there. Those of you with the bands, release that air. I'm gonna let that air out. Upper body and lower body, wearing both today. And then those of you that know stretching from the ground, you can come down to the floor if you'd like, or follow me in the chair. I'm gonna be demoing from the chair here for our basics class. All righty, or my cooler. So the first stretch we're gonna do together on this transition is gonna be our seated forward fold. So sitting up nice and tall, draw the belly in, hands to the thighs, and slide on down. So I'm down on the floor. I could be in child's position on this one. It's kind of the closest to that mimic. Chin to the chest, and now we're gonna breathe into that low back. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good, next breath, go ahead and make your way up from there. If you're on the ground, you can lay on your back. Those seated in the chair here, we're gonna do our glute stretch next. So you're gonna interlace your hands in front of the knee, cross that leg over, sitting up nice and tall, readjust the hands to the lateral aspect of the leg, and then pull that knee across the body towards that opposite shoulder. So we're looking to get a little stretch here on the outer portion of the glutes. It's a good exercise for that mid back as well, right? Pulling those shoulders back, shoulders down out of the ears. A couple more breaths here. When you're ready, go ahead and release that foot. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Place the hands in front of the knee, cross that foot over, and now we're gonna hug that leg, trying to bring it across the body. Great time to relax those eyes. Feel your body breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice to see those sweet puppy dogs there helping you stretch. When you're ready, go ahead and release that leg. All righty, and then we're gonna do a couple seated cat-cows here. So sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna bring the hands to the bottom of the thighs, just above the knees. If you know it on all fours, by all means, as you exhale, similar to our spinal cord breathing, we're gonna draw the belly in, tuck that head down and in. And then when you're ready to breathe in, slide the hands up the thighs, draw those shoulders back, broaden the chest. About 3 more times there. Breathing out, chin to the chest, tuck everything down and in. Nice deep breath in through the nose, sitting tall. Good. So we're not going all the way down to the toes yet, Laura, unless you want to on this one. If you want a deeper stretch, that's always welcome. But otherwise, we're just staying above the knees, focused more on that mid-back posture. Roll the shoulders forward. Let's take it through one more time here. Draw those shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall. Very nice. All right, when you're ready, let's make our way back up to standing. Let's grab a drink of water, and then we're gonna get ready for our next piece. If anybody only had time for that first 20 minutes or so this morning, you're always welcome to peace out early. Thanks for coming and moving with us. All right, so pages got flip-flopped, so a little bit different order than anybody that did look at the website. We're gonna go into some front raises next. So with 1 or 2 weights, check in with your feet. You want all those toes pointing forward. Draw the belly in. And now you're gonna go one hand at a time. If you don't have light enough weights that you feel comfortable on raising up, you can also just make a fist. Just raise your arms up and down. Otherwise, nice light weights. And let me show you from the side here. I have nice straight arms, soft bend the knees, eyes up. And another thing you can do if you're like, I don't have something light enough for one hand, is you can go both hands together, holding one weight by each side. So that's another option. You don't want to feel like you're straining yourself to do these movements. So either one hand together, alternating sides, or holding on to one weight up and down. We'll take about another 10 seconds here. Good, squeeze the tush. And pause, good job. Go ahead and set that weight down. We're gonna practice our balance next. So we're gonna do our sway steps. So you're gonna walk your feet about hip width apart, bring your arms out to the side, spread those fingers nice and wide. And then when you're ready, you're gonna shift that weight onto one side. If you feel comfortable, you can come up onto one toe. Otherwise, just shift the weight in between sides. Relax the arms down and then lift up like you're gonna fly off your mat. Beautiful. Breathing in as you switch sides, breathing out as you come across. Wonderful. Engage that back glute. Totally appropriate to come onto that one foot. You want more of a challenge? Anytime you're practicing your balance, close your eyes and try to maintain those positions. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Take about another 15 seconds here. Over and up, down and back. Super. One more time each way. Just you're swaying, practicing, changing position from one foot to the other, and rest. Awesome. All right, if you have one of those long elastic bands, you're gonna pick it up and you're gonna hold it in a palm up position. I'll show you with my shirt here. So you're gonna hold the band just like so, palms up. And then just like I tell you all before, if you don't have it, just pretend that you do. So you're gonna bring your little fingers together, engage the glutes and pull the arms apart. Breathing in as you close, exhale as you open. So this is a heart opener, a chest opener, helping our posture, strengthening that mid back. Good, little fingers together, squeeze it open. Breathing in, breathing out. Wonderful, breathing in, breathing out. Let's go about 3 more. Good, last one. And rest. All right, our last exercise of this series is our farmer's march, which means we want to march holding some weight. So if you have lighter weights, you can hold them up at your shoulders. Moderate to heavy weights, hold them at your sides. And then when you're ready, in position, we'll march. So knees up, you can either march in place or move around your area if you have a nice safe footing that you're not going to trip over anything. As you're stepping, draw your belly up and in. Eyes up. And then Amy, try to bring those elbows forward. Do Christina, elbows forward. There we go. Those of you that are holding it up on your shoulders. Nice, Diane. And watch those hips don't kick out. Doing great, Shirley. Eyes up, chest up, couple more steps. And 3, 2, 1, and take a pause. Good job. Go ahead and set your weights down. We're going to stretch before we go back to the top. So in between circuits, we're going to do our behind the back stretch next. Walk your feet nice and wide. Bend into your knees so you anchor down into your feet. And then draw that belly in. If you can't reach your hands, you can use that band or a strap to grab behind your body. Try to extend your arms, pulling those elbows straight to open the chest. Watch so you're not arching that back. And then if you feel comfortable to come into that forward fold. So walk your feet wider, Shirley. Make sure you get a wide base stance there. Feet outside the hips. There we go. The wider your feet are, the stronger that base of support is going to be. If you have a narrow foot, it's going to be harder to bow forward. When you're ready, come on up from that forward position. Let's grab a drink of water, and then we're going to go back to the start, starting with that front raise. All right, let's get started here in about 10 seconds. We're going to go one more time through, and then we'll have a nice long stretch. So starting with that front raise, toes pointing forward. Remember, depending upon your weight, you can go both hands together, or if you have light enough weights, let's go alternating arms whenever you're ready. Midline strong. So I've got nice straight arms, raising the weights straight out in front of the body. Good, either both arms, perfect, Shirley, yep. Up and down or alternating sides. Watch that you don't let that head protrude forward. So really check in with your posture. Chin in, keeping your shoulders stacked over your hips and your head stacked over your shoulders. Engage those glutes. Draw the belly in. And 2, 1, and resting there. Nice work. Go ahead and set that down. We're going to go back to our sway steps next. Feet are about hip width apart, shoulders back and down. Stretch those arms wide. And then when you're ready, I want to shift that weight to one side. Try to coming onto that one leg balance. In between sides, rest those arms down for a second, lifting up, pushing through the toe on the other side. Very nice. Down and lift. Whoops. Watch that balance. Talking to myself as well. Lifting up. Trying to hold that position on the one side for 2, 3 seconds. Squeeze the glute of that trail leg. Beautiful. Down and up, about another 20 seconds here. Keep practicing. And over. Awesome. And last one. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, grab your long bands. Second round of pull aparts. Remember, as you pick up your band, it's going to be that supinated, meaning you hold a cup of soup, you place the band in the hands with the palms up. Draw those shoulders back, draw that belly in, and then when you're ready, pull them apart. Little fingers come together, nice straight arms. Activate that mid back. Breathing out as you open, breathing in as you close. Wonderful. Close and open. Nice. You see me moving around just because the sun is shining on my clock. Let's go one more and rest. All righty, set the band down. Our final exercise of this series is our farmer's march. So let's grab the weights that you can march with. Those holding them at the sides. This is something to practice when you're walking as well. Instead of the palms facing away from you, palms forward, shoulders back, and really feel how your chest opens when you rotate those palms forward. You can practice the same thing when you're out walking. When our palms rotate behind us, it draws our shoulders forward. So as you lift that chest, rotate those palms forward, whether you're carrying objects or just out for a stroll. I know those of you in the Northeast aren't having a whole lot of strolling today because you've heard you have been hit with some snowstorms. Woo! We have quite the opposite weather here in California. Palms forward, chest tall. We're almost there, friends. 10 more seconds. Keep those shoulders down out of the ears. Doing great. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Wonderful. Let's set those weights down. Grab a drink of water, and then we're going to finish with some stretching. All right, so we did that hip flexor stretch earlier. If you can't balance very well to grab the foot, you can repeat that hip flexor stretch because that's what we want to open. Otherwise, balance yourself somewhere as needed, and we're going to go into that quad stretch. So you're looking to grab the foot, pull the heel towards the glute, balancing as able. Remember, it's my job to make this look easy. So if it's not as easy for you, be generous and kind to yourself. Keeping a soft bend in that support leg. When you're ready, go ahead and release that foot down. Take a moment here if you want to kind of swivel the hips in between sides. Just a little hip rock back and forth. And then when you're ready, we'll do the same thing on the opposite leg. So anchor it down, lift on up, balance as needed, grabbing that other foot. Keeping that soft bend in the knee, drawing the abdomen in. Very nice. Good work, good focus. When you're ready, go ahead and release that side. All righty, then we're gonna do a forward fold next, or a toe touch stretch. So bring those feet back in, toes pointing forward, draw the belly in, chin to the chest, hands on the thighs, and just nice and slowly slide on down, reaching for your toes. Maintaining that bend to the knees, and then use your breath, breathing into the back. 2 to 3 breaths here, looking to avoid any kind of dizzy sensation. So if you need to, come up sooner. Otherwise, on that next inhale, nice and slow, start to push through your feet and gradually make your way back up to standing. Ah, wonderful. All right, let's open up that upper body a little bit before we take a seat. So let's go back into that stagger stance position. Your right foot forward, left foot back. We're going to start with both hands on the hips. And then I want you to take your left hand. You're going to bring it up by that left shoulder. I'm going to show you from the side. We're going to rotate towards that side. And then we're going to pivot and reach around across the front of the body. Breathing in, we'll pull that hand back. And then breathing out, you're going to reach out and across. Squeeze the glute of that trail leg. You can allow that hip to shift a little bit back. And each time you're going to reach a little bit higher. So I'm going to start to reach over my forehead. Breathing in, bringing it back. One more time, reaching out in front. Feel that whole side body stretch. And now we're going to start to take it into a more traditional side stretch. So up to overhead from the stagger stance. Good. Breathing in as you bend down and away. Breathing out as you bend up and across. Reaching. Good. Last one. Breathing in. If you feel stable in your feet, glance up at that hand as you stretch. And release. Good job. Walk that back leg in. Let's go back to our hip circles, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So about 3 times each direction. Good. Switch directions when you're ready. Fantastic. And now we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So anchor down your left leg with the right foot stepping back, starting with both hands on the hips, and you're going to bring your right hand up to the shoulder. I want you to kind of twist your body towards your right side, and now we're going to twist forward as you reach out and across, palm down towards the ground. Breathing in, bringing it back, and now we're going to slowly work our way up to that overhead, but starting at the level of the face. We'll get a nice stretch in the side body, breathing in, pulling it back, Breathing out, reaching across. Good. Let's go one more there. Back and long stretch out in front of the body. Good. And now we'll start to make our way up to overhead. If your shoulders will allow, straight up and over. 3 times there. Breathing in as you bend towards that side. Breathing out as you stretch up. On the third one, if your balance feels secure, tilt the head, peering up at that hand. And release from there. Great job. Let's make our way back to that first side. So now your right foot comes back forward, left foot steps back, and we're going to add the tricep stretch. So raise your left arm straight up in the air. I'm going to have to ditch my hat, bend that elbow, draw that chin in, and then trying to reach around to grab that elbow. Lifting up out of the hips, and then gently bend to the side with those feet still staggered. So you should be bending towards your front leg or the foot that's forward. Breathing in, coming back to the top, draw your chin in towards your, so you're not letting that head shoot forward, draw that chin in, and now bend to the side again. One more time, breathing in, standing tall, breathing out, pull that elbow back, keep your eyes up. Good job, release the arms. Same thing other side, switch your feet. One forward, one back. Chin in. So it should be your right arm this time, reaching up. I'm using my left hand on my belly just to kind of check in that I'm not overarching my spine. Bend that elbow as if to scratch the back. And now I'll be your left hand to reach around and bending to the side. Breathing in, back to standing upright. In through the nose, out through the mouth, bending to the side. We'll do 3 times total. After time number 3, go to relax those arms down, snag a quick drink of water, and meet me in the chair. Ready. All right, once you're seated either in the chair or on the floor, but chair would be best for the stretches that we're gonna do. Swivel that head around, some nice gentle neck circles while everyone gets into position. Never ever forcing, just kind of feel where your range of motion is. Chin to the chest, tilting the head back. When you're ready, go in a reverse direction, same thing other way. All right, from here, we're gonna do our seated spinal twist. So if you wanna mirror me, take your right hand to your right shoulder. Take your left hand to the right thigh. So I'm reaching across. You can cross this right leg over your left leg. And then we're going to use the hand pulling into the thigh to get yourself a nice little rotation there, turning your head and neck. And now with that hand that's up on the shoulder, you're going to swivel that elbow up and around, up and back, making some backward circles as you look over that shoulder. So you should feel a nice gentle twist through your spine. As you breathe in, try to sit as tall as you can. As you breathe out, see if your body wants to pivot and rotate just slightly more. One more breath. And release. Great job. If you did cross the legs, go ahead and uncross. In between sides, we're going to go back to that seated forward fold. So hands on the knees this time, chin to the chest. Slide on down the shins, reaching for your toes. Bow your head down. Breathing into your back. One more breath here. Send the air to the back of the rib cage. On your next inhale, gradually make your way back up to seated. Great job. And then we're going to do that seated twist on the other side. So it's going to be your left hand. It's going to come to the left shoulder. If you want to, where we were, right, left leg crosses over, or right hand, the left leg. I got confused. Sit tall, pull yourself around. And now those backward circles of the elbows. The whole intention of moving the arm is to try to feel your shoulder blade move. Try to get that shoulder blade moving along your rib cage. It tends to get stuck there, and that leads to some frozen shoulder sensations. And then we're still trying to twist gently through that spine. So in through the nose, sitting tall, out through the mouth, holding that length, a little bit more rotation. A couple more breaths. When you're ready, release the arm down, uncross the legs if they were crossed. And then we're going to do our cross body toe touch from here. So sitting up nice and tall, both feet flat on the ground. Let's take your left hand once again. Take your right hand, hold on to your cooler or the seat of the chair. Opposite hand comes across the other knee. And now from here, we're going to slide down the lateral aspect or the outer aspect of your right leg with your left hand. Bow that head down. And now feel that gentle stretch from the side of the body. Should be on your left side. Breathing into that area that you feel the tension. On that next inhale, go ahead and come back up to seated, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Sitting up nice and tall, you can hold on to your chair with that left hand. Now it's going to be your right hand that comes across to the left knee. Draw the belly in towards the spine, tuck that chin in, and sliding down the outer aspect of that leg, reaching for the ground. About 3 times here, breathing into the side body. Use your air to expand. It's also going to be really good for your lungs to get as much air into the deeper aspects of your lungs. One more breath. And when you're ready, back up to seated. Wonderful. All right, everyone, let's do about 3 nice big backward circles of the hands and the arms, opening through the chest. Breathing in as you circle up, breathing out as you circle down. One more time. Beautiful. And then sitting up nice and tall, we'll do our final 3 breaths together. So rotate your palms forward. Breathing in, go ahead and shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And then breathing out, invite your shoulders down. Pull them down, draw the hands out slightly, twice more. Breathing in, shrug up. Breathing out. This is where we want those shoulders to live. Back and down, nice broad chest. Final time. You can close your eyes. Breath in and breath out. Wonderful. All right, everyone, give yourself a little round of applause. Thanks for showing up and moving with me today, working through my improvisations. If anyone knew, my papers were flying around. I just had to kind of make a new plan. But as I always tell you all, smile when you make mistakes. Nothing's going to be perfect. And thanks for showing up and moving. We'll see you next time.